Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is January 29th, 2017. All right, we're live. The chat is going on. The chat actually goes on until 15 minutes after I'm off air also. So I'm going to be available to chat for the 15 minutes they give me after this video ends. So if you get here late, we can chat. If you get here during, I will chat with you guys after. And this is going to be a new tradition. I'm going to try to chat with everyone after all of my videos from now on. Thanks for the person who sent me the Monero. You know who you are. You rock it, dude. You rock it in the comments section. Also, thank you for the person who signed up with my Coinbase affiliate link. That link is below. If you want to sign up for a Coinbase, you get 10 bucks and I get 10 bucks in Bitcoin. So that's very nice. I'm over 2,500 subscribers now on this channel. Thanks so much, everyone, really. That's a pretty round number. It's pretty cool. Let's get to 5,000. So tell your friends and neighbors to subscribe also. But I do appreciate it, and I appreciate all the support. And, I was watching Stefan Molyneux, who's had some good commentary on the situations going on in the world lately. He's not always right, but he does mention, like, well, you're a free rider if you don't send me donations for my hard work. And I really never like when he says that, because I encourage all of you to be free riders of my stuff. So I'm not a hypocrite. I watch other people's stuff and I don't give stuff to them all the time. Like Stefan Molyneux, I don't agree with him all the time. But so you don't have to give me a thing. Be a free rider. Copy my videos. Give them all around the world, and you make money off of them if you want to. It'll just help my brand. I mean, it's fine. You can spread the word. That's a good thing. That's great. But yeah, be a free rider. I have nothing against free riding of my stuff here, and I don't even call it free riding. It's just you're watching, okay? As Stefan also said, shock and challenge your viewers. And maybe that's shocking. I like to challenge my viewers. I like to shock them sometimes with my political rants. And speaking of that, there's a lot of Trump has been in the news again. The situation that's going on at the airports and everything. And I'm going to talk about that at the end. I'm not going to talk about that now because people don't want to hear about that. But I'm not going to sit here and, I think some people are trying to bully people here. Some of these people who are trying to virtue signal and brag to their friends on Facebook how much they hate Trump, and very mindless banter, and they're intimidating other voices, and I don't agree with that at all. And I'm not going to stay silent, but we're gonna talk about that at the end of the video. But I just want people to know who support my channel, I don't stay silent when a bunch of people are trying to intimidate other people. I'm not going to stay silent about it. If it offends people, it offends people. Whatever. That's the type of person I am. And if you do send me Monero or Bitcoin, that's who you're supporting. And if you don't like that type of person, then don't send me anything. Don't, if you don't like someone who stands up to bullies. All right, so Litecoin Segregated Witness is coming soon. And I keep giving this Litecoin Segregated Witness update site. Well, within the next in less than 24 hours, in about 23 hours, it will be January 31st in parts of the world. And that's when this site will start to update, and you'll see how close to adoption it is. Again, this is going to take a long time, but at least this site I've been giving out, and if people have been clicking on it, it hasn't been updated at all. It's been pretty lame and not very exciting. I will link to it below. You can check it out now, but I check it out in 23 hours. It'll be much more exciting. I think I'm going to do another Litecoin show just about Litecoin maybe tomorrow. Don't hold me to that, though. Anything can happen in this world. You never know the biggest stories. Right now, Bitcoin's still boring, which is very awesome. Hey, Amanda B. Johnson was on the Crush the Street show. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And that's great marketing on the part of Dash. Great marketing. To reach out to a larger audience. I was on the Crush the Street show, and it helped my channel out and got a lot of people to discover me, and people liked the video, liked it. I actually haven't watched Amanda's appearance on there yet. I will link to it below, but people on that channel, they're into all sorts of different financial stuff: gold, silver, precious metals, Bitcoin, anything and everything. And they're into conspiracy. Some are clear thinking, some are not. They're into all sorts. They're into doom porn, some of them. But so by her being on that channel and talking about Dash, I'd say most of the people on that channel has never heard of it before. So she's she's presenting it in a very positive light. It's their first time hearing about it. They probably only heard of Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, and now she spread the word. She did a good job. I assume just by being on there, she did a good job. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is what altcoins should try to do, try to expand their audience like that. Now we can compare this to some other marketing approaches that are out there. And some people who support Dash go about their own marketing, and they get into wars with Monero, and Monero gets into wars with Dash. But Dash does have that advantage. They have this official spokeswoman, which is great for them. And I'm again, everyone knows that I'm big into marketing here, and I think that's huge for them. And again, someone in my comment section pointed out, all right, maybe there was a pre-mine, but people don't even understand what mining is. So if she gets to them first, and this is the second cryptocurrency or the first cryptocurrency they ever heard of, and it all of a sudden becomes easy to use, they've done a very good thing. They've done a good thing. And you can argue about the technical aspects as much as you want to, but you got to be proactive in the marketing world. She's being very proactive. Again, I have alluded to something that is about to come out on the Tone Vase show. And it's going to be I think it's going to be Tone's biggest show ever. And maybe most controversial show ever. I will just leave it at that. When it comes out, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And to see that it's a different approach to what I was just talking about with this, traditional marketing, reaching out to new people, very positive stuff. I'll just leave it at that for now on. But once this Tone Vase show comes, and Tone's got to, he talks to who he talks to. This is not about Tone Vase. He didn't do anything controversial, but it will be controversial. When it comes out, you'll know what it is right away. And so keep checking out Tone's channel also. All right, PascalCoin. There's a pump and dump going on Poloniex right now with PascalCoin. It seems like when Poloniex adds a new coin, sometimes there's big pumps, and sometimes just pump groups. They're actually investment speculator groups, guys that just go around that pick on a coin and pump it up and take advantage of newbies and et cetera, et cetera. There is a Bitcoin Talk forum link to this. I will link to it below. You can make up your own mind about what is going on. But it's what's going on now with PascalCoin. It might be an awesome coin. I have no idea. I have no idea its technical abilities or whatever. But right now what's going on, it has nothing really to do with cryptocurrency. It's price. It's just a bunch of guys gambling, playing games, figuring out ways to make quick money off of people. It's a game to make money. And if you want to play that game, then fine. I don't advise people to play that type of game because it's gambling. It's just I don't tell you to go to the Horseshoe Casino in Baltimore where some people got shot in the parking garage the other night, because it's just it's a ghetto thing to do. It's people, that mentality, go there. They get drunk and shoot each other, and this is what they think it's cool to play that, to gamble, because gambling it's a loser's game. It's a loser's game. The house wins. And in this case, the house are the guys that are setting up the situation, these speculators. So if people are like, well, Adam, PascalCoin is different, it's really good, I can't tell anyone to buy that thing right now. How could I in good conscience tell anyone to buy that when there's all sorts of nonsense going on there? I'm into long-term things, all right? I'm not here to get a quick little hit, quick little pleasure, quick little gamble, snort some coke, do whatever. And that's not me. I'm a long-term thinker. I appreciate long-term thinkers. I'm trying to make more of you long-term thinkers, and just understand that these short-term games are for the guys who go shoot each other in the parking garage in Baltimore. Go. Why don't you do that too? You might kill. You might win. You might take his drug money or something. I don't know. But long-term investments are for rational thinkers and for patient people who can see the future, and that is Bitcoin. All right, and who knows? Maybe PascalCoin, I'll learn some things, and it'll be the next greatest. But right now, this is a pump and dump on Poloniex. Go check out the link yourself. Make up your own mind. Whatever. Bottom line is, let's think long term here, people. All right, Eric Voorhees has a great tweet out there comparing Western Union and Bitcoin. It is hilarious. I will link to it below. Obviously, Western Union is not long for this world, in its current state, at least, with what it does. It will become obsolete, like many other things in life. Like in businesses, they used to send paper memos around, and now they just email each other. Maybe they still have some paper memos. I don't know. It's a complete waste of paper, isn't it? But I wasn't even in the business world when they had that. So I just heard about that from older people. So that's what Western Union is going to become one day. There's a funny tweet about it. So, okay, let's talk about the what's going on with so that's the end of cryptocurrency for right now. I'm going to chat with you guys soon about that. But we're going to talk about what's going on at the airports and Trump. And, he had a promise to everyone that he was going to cut down on illegal aliens and certain people coming into the country that are from terrorist nations that the United States has bombed out of existence. A lot of these, and no one was going crazy with protests like this when Barack Obama was bombing. And again, I don't want to get political about it here. What annoys me is I go onto Facebook to, see pictures of my friends, families, my own family, to promote Bitcoin. And you see all these people, these wannabe humanitarians all of a sudden who are just virtue signaling, who just want to show people that they're part of this like anti-Trump thing. And these people have no concept of money. They have they have little concept of reality and are just repeating what the mainstream media tells them to say. And it's the way they do it in this bullying type of way, saying no one else, he's a Nazi, he's a this, he's a that. And it's just so, it's sad. It's sad. And again, I can go to my different places on the internet to avoid it, and I do avoid it because who wants to deal with foolish people, silly people? And I just want to say that I'm taking a stand against that kind of thing, against that kind of mindset, where you have to show the world how virtuous you are because you're against Donald Trump. They're not doing this because they care about refugees. I mean, if they cared about refugees, they'd be like, well, Canada's will accept every single person the United States is rejecting. And again, America is just rejecting these people for 3 months. But I'm going to get back to that in a second. And so if you're part of the crowd, and I doubt many of you are like this, but if you like to virtue signal, you'd like to go on the Facebook and show how anti-Trump you are because the mainstream media told you, I don't want your business. I don't want you to give me a donation. I don't want your business. And I encourage people who own businesses that are like street businesses to put up signs and say, you know what, if you're make up your own word for it. If you're a virtue signaler, I don't want you in my business. I don't want your money. And boycotts it's fair game. It's a really good economic based way of just rejecting people. It's not like being this, passive aggressive person on Facebook or on Twitter or just mindless zombies. It's, you're taking a stand by saying, I don't want you, but you're not being offensive. You're like, just, you know what? I don't want your money. I don't want your money. You're saying because they're willing to give you money and you're taking a stand. There's something behind all that. So anyway, the United States has supported ISIS. We've propped these people up, and now Trump is trying to just cut all ties, and that's what it appears he's doing. You can't let everybody in, and even me talking about this now is a waste of time. People posting about it over and over and over again is a real big waste of time, and they're being reactionaries. And everyone out there, again, I'm wasting time on this now. Spend your time trying to make money. Try to get into Bitcoin. Trying to educate yourselves on stuff. Don't watch TVs and become a mindless zombie just repeating things that David Muir or whatever his name is. I don't even know. I don't have it. There's a TV there. I haven't turned it on. I don't watch. I don't know exactly what's on TV anymore. I haven't watched the NFL all year. It's not a team. I mean, people treating people's lives like a team sport. I don't blindly support Republicans. I don't blindly support Trump. I know he's a sociopath. I know he's not the best dude in the world. But to get into these little groups on the internet just to scream and yell and waste time and develop weird theories that aren't true and spread fake news, you're not being a virtuous person at all when you think you're virtue signaling. You're just not cool. And I'm not going to sit here and like pretend like That's awesome. And I want people like that associated with me. I don't want people like that associated with me. I don't. And I probably have relatives that are into that stuff, maybe second cousins, and who knows, I don't want to deal with it. Sorry, guys, Anyway, and travel around this world. By the way, the people who are posting some of this stuff, that they're so knowledgeable in travel and airports, I would be very angry if a flight of mine, I'm going to Portugal in a few weeks, if it at all is delayed by insane protesters, just trying to, they don't know what the heck they're even protesting anymore. They don't know what they're protesting anymore, some of these people. And I support everyone's right to protest, okay? But not to interfere with other people's lives and cost them money. And anyway, if you do travel, you should see all the hoops that Americans even have to sometimes jump through. Again, our passports get us to a lot of places. But when I had to get into Mozambique, that was not an easy thing. They don't let us into Angola, okay? Now, who cares? You're right. Who does care? There's no need to be outraged about that. But people don't just think that America makes up rules. There are all sorts of crazy rules out there. And the way that America treats immigrants is quite nice, is quite great. We had, and again, I would support open borders, by the way, if we did not have a tremendous welfare system here. Because people are coming here for the money. People are coming here so that's not going away. That's a dream scenario. That's not happening. We're not getting rid of the welfare system. I wish we could. Because it's totally insane. But we can't. So we can't have open border. We can't let everyone in. But it's going to bankrupt the people who actually we're going to get taxed out of existence. And people like me will leave the country, okay? Because we're smart. There's a lot of us that will leave the country. And, if you're in Bitcoin, you know how to, get your wealth out of the country if need be in an emergency. But anyway, as I was saying, in some countries, you should see how they treat illegal immigrants, okay? You should, people are like, oh, how could we round them up? How could we build a wall? Well, so when I was in South Africa my first time in 2015 at the Cape Town Bitcoin conference in April, in a very poor part of South Africa, they were tired of having refugees come from Zimbabwe and Mozambique. So they started killing them. The people just got into a riot. And they were on the cover of the one of the South African newspapers. You just see the guy getting stabbed, and then you see him being carried away dead. And this is what happens does this happen in America, where all of a sudden people get lynched for being illegal aliens? No, that doesn't happen. I mean, this is a compassionate country, and there's a lot of things wrong with our country. We shouldn't be bombing the Middle East out of existence. And hopefully Donald Trump will stop interfering there. We shouldn't interfere. Let them take care of themselves. Then the people won't be fleeing. Then there won't be immigrants coming to Europe and Canada and the United States. But Germany, France, and Canada have said they'll take all these immigrants. Be our guest. People shouldn't be outraged. They should say, you know what? Go here, immigrants. And again, Trump it's like a 3-month ban. And apparently Obama did something like this too. I don't want to get into politics. This is just a temporary thing. You got to reevaluate. You just can't let people who could be dangerous into the country. You just really can't do that. Sensible countries do not do that. Japan doesn't. I was in Japan. Everybody's Japanese in Japan. You have some Western guests there. You see plenty of Westerners, but they're pretty strict. Singapore, very, very, very strict in terms of letting people in, but they have a large Muslim population. They're thus the same. I mean, so there's different ways of going about things. Travel around the world, people, before you go on the Facebook to virtue signal. At least get a passport and stuff. So again, there's my stand on that, and there's a financial. I don't want. So if you're like Adam, what the hell are you talking about? We're a Nazi country we're gassing immigrants or whatever. If you're like that, if you want to spread fake news, you're not my friend. I don't want anything to do with you. Don't give me any money. Bye. I just whatever. And and for the people who can't say that because they work for corporations, I'm your voice. Okay, I will speak for you. So if you want to support me. I'm not afraid of these people. I'm not, because I've detached myself from this system. I work for myself. That's why you got to work for yourself. That's why you have to travel. Okay, I think that's the bottom line. I shouldn't have scared people away to say I was going to talk about politics. Because it does have to do with Bitcoin. It does all have to do with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Freedom. That's freedom to say what you really believe. And those people can say what they want to believe. What they believe. even though it's completely fake news, but they can have to deal with the consequences that I'm not going to associate with them. I don't want them coming to my business, and I don't want them being my friends. And some people do it because their wives make them do it. That's a pretty lame excuse. Are you a man? Are you still a man, dude? Shout outs to the MGTOWs on that one. Mention MGTOW. All right, so I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. I hope you enjoyed the entire video. I'm going to chat with you guys real soon. I know you probably have a lot of things to say. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, spread the word. You can email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. I will talk to you later and some of you right now.